Trading has closed on November 16th, 2023. As always, we'll start with our disclaimer, go over our calls, and make some predictions. It's my trading plan for Friday, which is November 17th, 2023. Remember, I can be 100% wrong. Trade at your own risk. Also, I've got more personal business tonight. I just didn't have much time to analyze things. If you're going to risk money, bear in mind I spent less time than usual on my analysis. Look for a pattern with the early high, which is this. Tomorrow should have the early low. To remind you of what we said, we had a lower MEJT target. That number was 4496.70. That number printed, and there was support under the target. During the day, MEJT gave a sell signal in the morning. That's been satisfied. This drop didn't meet the sustainability criteria. Call was we retraced to this yellow line, which we did late in the day. All these false moves are marked with Fs. System said they wouldn't stick and that price would retrace, and that's already played out. Longer term, we've broken through resistance from the TDST line, should take us much higher. That doesn't tell us what happens tomorrow. There's a couple of things I don't like about this chart. This is a pattern which usually rallies into the high, and when that doesn't happen, it usually leads to a straight line drop. Now I know we traded to a new high after the close, but that's not when I want to see it happen. If you look with less than 5 minutes left to trade, you can see we were under all these highs until the last 5 minutes. The last 5 minutes, and then in futures, we broke out to a new high. Well, it's not institutional money taking us to a new high. What it's saying is there are institutions here willing to sell, and once they left, the public was willing to buy. Now that could all change tomorrow. We gap up and open up here, all is forgiven. And that we're not going to know until tomorrow. For right now, this late rally, because of its timing, is somewhat suspect. And if we don't get to follow through tomorrow, the alternative is a straight line drop by gapping down at the open. And that we're not going to know until tomorrow's open. Another thing that makes me suspicious of this is we still can't clear all these highs. We've had plenty of time to clear them, we just can't do it. Now it could all change tomorrow. We can gap up here. Everything I say gets thrown out the window. But for right now, this could be trending at the top, particularly when the Caroline system and a number of other totally unrelated timing systems have a high in this area. I don't think any high here is going to last very long. I think we're going much higher. It would be nice if we could get in at a cheaper price, but until we break down, we're still in rally mode. This is just in a bulls must perform at the open tomorrow, or else we are going to trade lower. Now we're still going to go at least 230 points over this red trend line. We're going higher, and the fact that we're stopped at this trend line doesn't mean we have to stay stopped. We could gap over and go higher. But if we get stalled here, we could retrace to this red trend line. It wouldn't change a thing in my book. That's kind of a long ways down. It's 100 hands. Hasn't happened yet, might not. But if it happened, it wouldn't change the long-term picture. Still think we're going to 47.12.71. Other numbers may work as well, but that's a reasonable one. Be nice if we could close this gap and pull back here, give us an extra 100 points rally, but till that happens, we're still in rally mode, even though it might fail, which I think we'll know at tomorrow's open. We still have this pattern, haven't broken it yet, but we haven't broken down either. If we do break down, it's a diamond on stilts with support added under this origin of the left stilt, but it doesn't have to break down. If it starts to break down, That's a logical target for it to end, but it doesn't have to break down at all. Again, I think we'll know at tomorrow's open. Tomorrow's pattern has a really low, which doesn't tell us where we open. Today's pattern should have rallied to a new high a day near the close or dropped in a straight line. Neither one happened, and that situation should be rectified by gapping sharply at tomorrow's open. The timing of the breakout to a new high a day after the close makes it suspicious. Within the last 5 minutes, the market was trading under prior highs, so institutional money was not behind the late rally. I have much higher targets for this move, but that doesn't tell us what happens tomorrow. Until proven otherwise, we're in rally mode. It doesn't pay to go against the trend. However, a number of timing systems of other people are calling for a high in this area. If we drop, and that's an if, I can justify a sizable decline in terms of price. I just don't think it's going to last long in terms of time. If we gap up strongly tomorrow, that keeps the bull move intact, and that's certainly possible. I think all the surprises in this pattern are going to be on the upside. I just don't want to be surprised by gapping down smartly tomorrow. And certainly, if that were to happen, I could explain as taking 100 handles lower. So it's the pattern with the early low. Bulls need to maintain the late rally by gapping up smartly. And if we don't gap up smartly, I think we're going to gap down smartly and potentially erase a lot of this rally of the last few days. But until we open tomorrow, I can't say which one of those things is going to happen. So it's a pattern with the early low. Tomorrow's open looking for a gap. The direction should let us know what's going to happen next, and that's today's call.